straightforward. So when a person is straightforward, it says of a person, they're honest and frank. And then the synonyms would be honest, frank, candid, open, truthful, sincere. And I don't know what could be more attractive than somebody who's open and honest with you.
Straightforward with Strip.
Fishbowl Radio Network, FBRN.US. It is Thursday. It is 4 o'clock Central Standard Time. You are now logged on to Straightforward with Strip every Thursday at 3 p.m. on FBRN.US in the red stream. So I've had a couple guests on my show. Some people that are in the political game, some people in the entertainment game, some people in the health game. And I had a couple music artists. But somebody brought it to my attention. They were like, yo, you got these rappers on, but where the female rappers at? Where the women rappers? We rap too. So I'm like, man, you right. So for the first female rapper to be on Straightforward Strip, I had to go and get the queen. And everybody's like, the queen? Man, we got Miss Mia Eliani.
What's up?
Man, what's poppin', Mia Eliani? How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fantastic. Glad you can make it. Did you find the place easy?
I did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Already. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Mia Eliani, Queen of DFW, is the name.
Right.
Did you give that to yourself, or do you think it was earned, and so you started rolling with it?
Yes and no. When I was like really young, I kind of mixed with DOC, and I used to call myself Princess. Like everybody that knows me in real life, I used to go by Princess. And I met DOC, and he was like, "Nah, you a queen."
Wait, like the real DOC?
The DOC.
What?
Yeah. So actually, we did a show, and it was this thing to where you could have won to sign a Dr. Dre, all this stuff. So I ended up getting pregnant, so I had to kind of like, but we kept that good relationship, so that he kind of inspired the Queen of DFW shit. I wouldn't say that he was just like, hey, you the queen now. I ain't gonna lie on him like that. But he definitely influenced it. That's where it came from. He switched my whole shit from princess to queen, and then I was like, if I'm gonna do this shit, he was like, if you gonna be that bitch, be that bitch. So I was like, well, shit, I'm gonna talk my shit, talk my stuff, and so that's how that came about.
Yeah, I dig that. Okay, Queen of DFW. So you gotta be from around here somewhere. Where are you from?
So I was born in Dallas, and I stayed there for about 3 years, and then I moved in with my grandma in Grand Prairie. So I kind of rep for both.
Grand Prairie? Man, me in the city of Grand Prairie, we beefing right now. You know what I'm saying?
Too? I don't like Grand Prairie.
Man, are you still in Grand Prairie?
No,
how do you live it?
Once I was legal. Once it was time to move, I moved to Fort Worth. So that's why nobody knows where I'm from. They're like, oh, you from Fort Worth? Oh, you from here? Are you from Dallas? It's like,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, you said got out once you were legal because, man, they'll trap you in GP.
Oh, I hated that.
Everybody
want to be gangster. Everybody live in 2-story houses, but they bloods and cribs. Like, you got good parents. Like, what are you talking about? So
I feel you.
It ain't much going on in Grand Prairie. Nobody wakes up like, I'm going to Grand Prairie today. That's where it's at.
Man, if anybody yo, it's going down over here and you got to come through. I'm like, where it's at? They're like, Grand Prairie. I'm like, nah, I can't make it. When I had
warrants, I was not going to Grand Prairie.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they are on it. Grand Prairie police are on it. And plus, I drive an Impala. Yeah. So they see the dreads in the Impala. I get pulled over. I can't go in Grand Prairie without getting pulled over.
Right.
And they be talking about, yo, you got a warrant. I'm a warrant. They be like, yeah, 2011 or something. Like, bro, y'all are making stuff up just to search my car and all that. So
that happened to me before, and they didn't find nothing. And he was like, well, next time I see you, I'm gonna find a reason to take you to jail. Haven't been to Grand Prairie since. Not like that. Now I'm not finna chill in Grand Prairie. But I mean, my family's there, some of them. So
Yeah, that's what's
once
up.
in a while.
Man, I wanted you on the show because one, like I said, I got, put on blast for not having any female rappers on the show. And I'm all for women and all that. And also, I first heard a project from you, I don't want to say years ago. It wasn't that long ago, but it was a minute ago. And it was a project called 23, right? You remember that?
Last year?
Was it last year? Oh, okay.
Or 2 years ago, something like that. That was my last mixtape I dropped.
Okay, so I saw it on Facebook. I don't know. I guess we may have some mutual friends because I saw it on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, the cover art was dope, and it looked like you had a message to say, or you was trying to get a point across.
Right.
So I checked it out, and out the gate, off the muscle, I'm like, you're showing multiple angles, multiple styles, multiple deliveries, and it's just different vibes throughout the whole project. What were you going through when you were putting that together? And was this like, let me sit down and make this, or was this like a work of, over the years type of stuff?
I think all of that was like throughout a year, like, because what people don't know about me is I'm not one of those rappers where I just found out that rappers go to the studio every day. Like, that wasn't me. Like, I'll write a song, I'll record that one project, I'm done for the rest of the year or the next 2 years. Like, I don't practice rapping. So when I did that, I just wrote a project, put it out, and then I was like done with it. I don't even think I pushed it after that because it was a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on where I was into it with my team. So I was really like, I dropped the mixtape to prove a point, like being petty, like I don't need none of y'all. I'ma still drop it. It's still gonna do straight. So
Word?
yeah.
Dang.
So I didn't even push it after that. That's why when you said 23, I'm like, what you know about 23?
Yeah.
We didn't even put a budget behind that. But basically everything that probably happened in that year.
Yeah.
So that's really what it is. When you hear a project and it's like, oh, she sounds sad, she sounds this, or whatever it was, that's how I was feeling that year.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say, like, the first song, it sounded like a love song. Then the second song, it sounded like you were going at somebody. And then the third song, it's just like something you can ride to in the car. So I was like, man, that's what's up. That shows talent, a lot of talent. Who have you worked with that I might know were some big names around the area?
I got a song with Mo3. I got a song with Fat Pimp. See, I ain't done features in years, so I got a song with Classic Music.
Do you have something like against features, kind of like how J. Cole does?
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything against that. I feel like every time I'm like, hey, hop on this with me.
Yeah.
I don't mind hopping on other people's stuff, but you're not gonna hop on my song because every time I let somebody hop on my song, people like, man, that verse kind of suck. You should just did it yourself. So then you feel like, well, I can hold my own. I'm talented enough to run the whole 2 minutes by myself. So that's how I feel about it.
Okay.
I feel like it's a waste of time, kind of.
Yeah. To like do like a song with somebody or like have somebody feature on your song.
To have somebody featured on mine.
Yeah.
Cause and even me featuring on other people's stuff, I really don't even really do that anymore unless the bag is just there and it's like, okay, cool. It's a business transaction, not cause I like you or like your music.
Yeah. Okay. That's real, man. I saw something you had with Bugatti Casino.
Yeah.
How was that going, man? Cause he seems like he's one of them dudes as well.
Crazy.
Yeah. When he snap on the beat, he be snapping on the beat. So how did you like get in that zone, get in that element? Did you find it like hard or difficult to like match his vibe, or did y'all just get in there and make it happen?
Nah, we really I wrote this song called Gotti Flow. I didn't even know who he was. I just remember people used to bring him up because when you rap, you around other people that rap. So people just kept bringing up this dude Bugatti Casino, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? So I made a post and said, y'all know somebody named Bugatti? And they tagged him, and I was, paid him for the feature, and that was that. We got together. It was perfect because I write really fast. He write really fast. Went there, did it. All right, let's shoot the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dope. That's one of my favorite features too.
That's what's up. And I know with some music artists, it's an art form. And people have different, knacks or niches that they like to do whenever they're in the studio. Like some people like incense, some people get super loaded or whatever. Do you have like a ritual or a habit or something you got to do to get in that zone?
When I record, nobody's allowed in there. Like everybody has to get out. And some places they're not used to that, so they don't really like. They look at you like, who you think you is, Beyonce? But it's like, I don't like when dudes is in a room like, hey, right there, you should put this, or hey, you should do that, or I just got on something and you just looking at me like distracting me, like on some I want you stuff. So now I record by myself. That's one thing. It's usually me, the engineer, and probably one other person that I approved. Gotta have a drink. Gotta have a green in there, and I just want to create.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, so nothing crazy.
You said something about, like dudes being up in the studio, trying to holler and everything like that. Yeah. Throughout your rap career, being a female artist, do you see like a lot of hounds? Do you get a lot of male groupies?
Right. Girls too, but I mean, I like both equally, so it's like, it's cool. As long as you're not too much to where I'm like, get this creep.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool if somebody's like, ooh, she fine, just staring at me.
Yeah.
For the most part, as long as I'm not working. If I'm working, that's an issue.
Yeah.
But other than that, it comes with it. Like, if you're not just super ugly, then you got to expect that.
Yeah, that's real. That's real, man. Just off the top of your head, what's like the wildest moment or experience that you've seen from a fan or a groupie? Like you been ran up on the stage, or somebody try to bum rush the studio and snatch a piece of your hair out of?
Nah. I have a lot of people with me that would never let anything like that happen. One time this girl was finna die, and she had cancer, and she wanted to meet me before she died. And, you know, of course, as an artist, you're like, yeah, like, I'm finna drop everything I'm doing and follow through. That's tight, you know? And she ended up stalking me for, like, a year. Like, it was horrible. Man. It was bad, so,
like, she lived. She survived? Is she still
I
alive?
don't know if she's still alive, but she lasted a year after that.
She was like well enough to, man.
Right, like,
what was she doing? Like popping up on you, or just on social media harassing?
Every little thing, like if I didn't answer any little texts, any little calls, like I'm dying and you're just gonna like trying to use that against me, and I'm like, nah, I'm nice, but I ain't no dummy, bro. Like you trying to make me feel bad for something you got going on, like you tripping. So after that, I just kind of blocked her number and kept it moving.
Damn.
They messed up? No, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, if they start like messing up your lifestyle and your vibe and your energy, you know what I'm saying?
So I blocked her.
Yeah, I kind of feel like if anybody or anything is messing up like your
peace?
Energy, yeah.
Right, then it's a problem.
Yeah, and you see a lot of things on social media where it's like, oh, even family members, like a toxic person is a toxic person.
Right.
And you got to get them cut off. You feel me? So, yeah, man, well, I hope her health is cool, you know, and I hope she ain't stalking nobody.
I hope she's healthy. I don't wish nothing bad on her, but yeah, after that, I'm not pulling up to your house. I don't care if you dying. I don't care if your leg got chopped off. I'm not pulling up to your crib. Yeah. It's not that type of party. Now it's like meet me at a public place or come to my show. I'm not as cool with fans now.
Yeah.
So. Okay,
I feel you, man. Where besides like in Texas have you performed or done shows? You've been out of America?
I never left Dallas. I had I think the first big show I had was after I went viral, and it was in Toronto for like a weed fest, and I was terrified to get on a plane by myself.
Really?
So I missed a lot of money because I'm scared to get on planes. But now I'm just kind of at the point where I'm like, bro, this is what you want to do, bro. You got to like get on the plane, take a shot, do whatever you got to do, but you got to get out of there. So especially right now, like definitely I'm banking on leaving.
Yeah,
like
that's
definitely.
Real. Hey, and I can't even hate on you because I'm deathly afraid of airplanes, yo. I'm terrified
even do roller coasters.
Yeah,
like I don't. This is creeping me out.
I hear you, bruh. I don't do roller coasters. We're across the street from Six Flags, and I can hear all the people screaming, having fun and everything. I'm like, yo.
I go to the kiddie rides, eat my funnel cake, mind my business.
You feel me? Straight up, same with the fair. Everybody's like, yeah, let's go to the fair. I'm like, yo.
Eat at the fair. That's it.
I'm a good purse holder. I'll hold your purse and watch you get on that ride, but nah, I'm gonna be sitting here, you know, eating my turkey leg, doing what it is, but. Yeah, man, I just don't get the concept of airplanes. Like, how in the hell does this big piece of metal, like, get up there and fly? And, like I said, I'm originally from Las Vegas, so I got to take that.
To fly here.
Yeah, and it's only 2.5 hours, but it's one of them things. You ever seen The Twilight Zone? Whenever that dude's on the airplane and he thinks something's, like, tearing the wing up, that's how I get on the airplane. Like, Jackson 5, Michael Jackson on the airplane. That's how I am, yo. Like, I'm just
scared. But you got to, like, especially depending on what you're doing. Yeah. If it's going to broaden your horizons, make your bag bigger, like, I'm at the point now, I'm like, get me out of Dallas. Somebody come get me. Yeah. Like, so now I'm at the point, like, yes, I'm scared, but I'll hop on a plane right now if I had a show.
And you being on the Dallas music scene, because I hear a lot of this, I hear it a lot from other music artists. What is the deal with, like, you being from Dallas, but not being able to blow up in Dallas?
Because when you're from here, they don't appreciate you. For the most part. Like, you know who Say Cheese TV is? Sean Kyle?
Yeah.
Okay, like, he's from here, but he went and networked everywhere else. So, they didn't appreciate him at first when he first started. Yeah. So, when he started moving around, making moves, then y'all like, let me get an interview. And I noticed just by watching his grind and everybody else grind that's successful now, is they don't appreciate you while you're here. I feel like even me, people like, go to Cali, bro. Like, they don't even appreciate you here. It's like I get more love than other people here. But it's still not that. Yeah. You know, they're not going to go full force behind you because they see you. Like, your homeboy went to school with you. Like, what makes you think you're going to blow up and be on BET? We started at the same spot. Like, they don't like that. Yeah. You know? So. Heck
yeah, man.
It's too close for comfort.
Yeah. I have noticed that. Man, I think you've had, like, the best answer so far. Because other people I've asked that, they're just like, oh, man.
They're just hating on me.
Yeah. Oh, man, they just hating, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah, it got to be something more because it's like, there's a lot of good talent out here, you know? But it's like.
They don't have any guidance, too. Yeah. There's nobody that's picking up people like, you got talent, I've been seeing you grinding, let me show you the game. Everybody's pretty much, like, for themselves. Heck yeah. And I do that to people on the low because I can't publicly do that because now you a charity case or some
Yeah.
blank, and you just, so I do it on the low. People that I see grinding and stuff like that, you super talented. Hey, well, you doing this wrong. You need to do this, this, and this, at least to get you to where I'm at, because I'm not super big.
Yeah.
But I'm not just starting either,
Yeah, that's real rap. And yeah, just like you said, man, it gotta be, the guidance. Like, not only do you have to have some sort of guidance, but a good team that's behind you. I used to do music like 10 years ago, and I had this producer. It was cool. Like, I had the hookup. Like, I had free studio time, free beats, but the dude that was doing it, he wanted me to have like a certain sound, and I'm like, that's not me. Yeah,
right.
And I'm like, that's not really me, bro.
That's why everybody gotta leave the studio.
Right?
That's
Straight
why right
up.
there.
And I kind of felt like I didn't have no say because he's making the beat and ain't charging me. He's recording me and ain't charging me. So,
But this the thing, he needed you didn't need him.
Yeah.
That's how you gotta look at it. Like, that's why I talk mess to the strongest, most powerful people in Dallas, because I don't care. You can blackball me in Dallas all you want to. I'm going to go over here to LA, Cali, Atlanta, and you can't stop what God got for me. So at the end of the day, when somebody come at me and stuff like that, it's like, you need me. I don't need you.
Yeah.
Because if you would have popped off of his beat,
right,
then
I'm
you
the face.
just changed, right?
Yeah.
You just changed the whole game. You
Real
just
rat.
bought his mama a house, his kids, everything. You just changed his whole life.
Yeah, that's real.
But you won off of not being yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Heck yeah.
So
now you talk like you got a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience, and I can kind of tell that you've been doing this for a while. I don't know if I asked at the beginning of the show, but I want to ask again, like, how long have you been rapping? How long have you been doing music?
I've been rapping since I was 11.
Yeah.
Taking it serious, that's one day, one step at a time, because I'm still trying to figure out, like, what does that mean exactly? Because you can be, like, popping. Like, when I was popping, it was on accident. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just doing stuff. So it's like, right. So I'm popping. I'm talking about went viral. You getting $500 for this, $1,000 features. How'd you do it? I have no idea. I can't even teach you what I did. So it's like, I've been figuring it out a long time, but I still don't feel like I'm at the point where I have it figured out to, all right, we got all the keys to this. We finna take it serious now. I'm still figuring it out type of thing.
That's real. And so you said you started at 11. What got you into it? Like, did you just start freestyling with the homies?
My brother used to make fun of me and freestyle and be firing me up after school. All of his friends would come over, and that's what they did. They'll sit in the living room and freestyle. And I was a tomboy. I'm still a tomboy. And I just always wanted to be under my big brother. I wanted to do what he did. So one day, and I was a crybaby. I was very sensitive. So when they would do that, I would just cry. So one day, I was like, well, I'm finna freestyle back.
Yeah, fire back at him.
Right. So I freestyled, and his homeboy got so mad that he went home. And my brother was like, we got to start working on your rap because you can really rap. So after that, he just started working with me on it, like practice writing. And I was already in church playing the piano, so I thought I was going to be a gospel singer. I was writing songs on the piano. I used to play the drums. And I was like, well, I'm a rapper now. So I started rapping.
Man, that's real. Did you grow up in the church? I was like, real.
Forced in the church, yes.
Man, yeah, because I seen in another interview you did that you were like raised by your grandma, like predominantly. What was that like, coming up with your grandma? Because I lived with my grandma for a while, and I knew I got into some stuff that I wouldn't have been able to get into if my parents were there.
Oh, no, she was strict. There wasn't no getting into nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I had to go to bed at 10 o'clock until I moved out. Like, so imagine you in high school, a boy like you. Dang. Oh, get off the phone. It's 10 o'clock. It's your bedtime. So now you go to school. They like me. Well, they didn't call me me. Jasmine got a bedtime. She got to go to bed at 10 o'clock. No nail polish. No none of that. No boys.
What?
No. Oh, yeah. That's why when I said I left Grand Prairie when I got legal, I was wilding. I was like, this is what fun is like. So, had my own spot at 17, own car, didn't even know how to drive. So, I was living. I was like, yes.
Got tatted?
Got tatted. Oh, she hated to this day.
Word.
Especially Maryland.
Yeah.
She hates Maryland.
Oh,
Why would you do that? She slept with the president. I know.
For real?
Yeah. I was like,
that's real right. Yeah, man. I remember when I was staying with my grandma and I first got a tattoo. She was like the most, it was like a textbook Christian, Baptist grandma, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like every Sunday morning
Very
we was in church. Yeah, every Wednesday we was in Bible study. I got a tattoo. She was like, now why are you going to do that to your body? Your body's
That's
a temple.
What she said.
And I'm like, man, I'm trying to decorate my temple, you know what I'm saying?
It looked nice.
Yeah, that's real rap.
That's exactly what she told me. Why would you go do that to your body? It's a temple.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's my temple for right now, so let me do what I'm going to do.
I'm going to decorate it how I want.
Right. And then growing up in church, you realize y'all not setting a good example anyways because y'all judgmental. So even now, I'm not religious. I'm spiritual.
Yeah.
I believe in God and a higher power, all that, but you can't
yeah.
drag me to church right now.
And especially, like, if you let religion and Christianity put a bad taste in your mouth, just imagine, you know, how people are feeling after the Amber Geiger trial and everybody was talking about all this forgiveness and stuff. And it's like, how far, like, do you have to take this?
How deep can we get on this show?
Yeah, man. Hey, it's straightforward with Strip. Keep it straightforward.
Oh, okay. So, I went on live right after that. And like you said, like, oh, you sound intelligent, da-da-da. Now, on the internet, I'm just posting pictures. I'm twerking. I'm wilding. You know, they see my fun side.
Yeah.
So, when it was time to sit down and talk about real stuff, they like, bro, you smart, you know? And I told them, like, you got to think about it like this. If the same people that raped your children and your wife and raped you in front of your wife and fed you pig slop and did all these things to you, stole you from home, they do all this messed up stuff to you, why would they give you a Bible and let you have church on Sundays if it's going to better you?
Yeah.
Like, what was your religion before you were taken? Nobody knows. So that's my whole thing with that. Like, I grew up in church, nothing against it if that's what you want to believe, but you got to think about before they beat your blank and told you that's what you need to believe in this white Jesus, what's your religion? You have no clue.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about it.
So
With
the
all
whole,
that
like,
forgiveness, I feel like an eye for
yeah.
an eye. I feel like you take
Yeah.
one of ours, we take one of yours, but it's not enough people on that same thing for it to work.
Yeah. Man, that's wild. I'm glad you said that because I thought I was the only one. Because I'm like,
No,
man.
they trying to make you feel bad for not forgiving some.
Yeah.
You couldn't kill my brother and I be in court and say, can I give him a hug? I'm going to say, can I give her a hug? And I'm finna snatch you by your ponytail.
Jumping over the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You probably won't make it to jail the next day.
Heck yeah.
Like, but that's what they taught you. They taught you that so that you can forgive them for the things that they do to you.
Heck yeah. And that's why I said, I even made a post about it saying, like, man, this is some slave stuff. Like, this is slave mentality.
Right.
Because
They
just
don't
like you
do
said, the slave master would, you know, beat you, then rape your wife, and then show you this
Until you
Bible verse
forgive
that
me.
says, yeah, forgive your masters or something
Right.
like that. So I'm like, that's definitely a form of conditioning or brainwashing or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. So you being, you know, rapper on the Dallas scene with
Right.
everything that's going on in Dallas, the homicides, the crime, the police brutality, how are you feeling about the city right now? What do you think needs to
No
change?
type of way.
No?
I feel like we too far gone to change. Because see, this is the thing about our people. They speak change, they want change, but they're not willing to make changes. We don't like changes. They want to see it, but they don't want to be the change that they want to see.
Yeah.
So, like, I used to be a conscious rapper, all of that. I read a lot. I'm into all of that. And then I started realizing they don't want to hear this. So, at the end of the day, you have to be the change you want to see and don't worry about saving the world. Worry about saving you, your kids, teach them the truth and all of that. But trying to save the world, people, they too far gone. You already Willie Lynch up, like, period. So,
oh, man. She
black
brought a
people
Willie
still
Lynch.
argue about light skin, dark skin. That's slavery mentality. They gonna hang all y'all.
Straight up, man.
You light, dark.
I had Brother Shaw on the show last week, and he was even speaking to that. Like, it's hard to bring unity and change to the black community because even within the black community, it's different sects and different cliques and everything. Like, we have the woke black people, then we got the gangster black people,
When
then
it
we
should
got
be
the
us versus them.
Yeah.
Instead of, we segregate ourselves. So that's why the whole divide and conquer thing works so well on us. Because you could say, oh, this cop killed a black person. And then you'll drop a song and be like, oh, well, I'm going to shoot him in his face 5 times if you look at my girl and da-da-da-da-da. Like, white people don't do that.
man.
They might, you know, they
Yeah.
might go crazy and shoot up a school here and there, but they not just like, you know what, when I see Billy, I'm going to shoot him in the face. They don't act like that, just us.
Yeah, man, I had noticed that. And so I don't know, like, how far you've been following the case, like, since the verdict and everything, but the young man Joshua Brown
Got
out
shot
in
him
Dallas.
out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that was a hit, or do you think it could be
course.
the drug deal gone bad? What the police are trying to say
I think
is
that they used his past to cover up what they did. It's easier if they did it to Botham Jean and he didn't have a record at all. What you think they gonna do? If I want to kill you because you did something to my people, and oh look, he got a whole record, we can use this to detour them from the fact that we just put a hit out on this nigga and shot him in the mouth.
Yeah. Man, and it's wild, all the conspiracy theorists and all the Facebook detectives that get on the scene and start giving their
They'll
take.
forget about it in a month.
Oh, yeah, kind of like I had to bring this up, but the old girl with the freezer situation in the hotel.
Kanika.
Yeah, like, a couple weeks after that, I ain't heard nothing about her ever since. Same way, there was a dude who was on Facebook Live, and he went and shot an old man in the face on Facebook Live, and it was a manhunt and everything. Like, what are happening to these so-called crisis and crazy conspiracy things going on?
Well, you got to realize we're all programmed. Well, they're all programmed. I don't watch TV. I don't really listen to the radio. I'm not programmed. So that's why when I talk to somebody, they're like, bro, it's something different. I'm not programmed. You're programmed. Yeah. So it's like, they're so programmed with these phones and everything's fast. We need fast food. We have Walmart DoorDash to where we don't even have to go to the store anymore. Yeah. They're making it to where you feel like, oh, wow, they're making everything better for us. But what they're doing is making you lazy and conditioning you to have a short attention span and to desensitize you. Yeah. So if to the point where, okay, we killed this person, we do this, oh, we see that every week. Somebody else is going to die next week. All right, we're on to this. All we got to do is tell Beyonce to drop a song. All of this will be out of there. They won't even remember.
And so you being a music artist and, you know, being like music artists and celebrities, y'all are people of influence. A lot of people threw backlash, and I was one of them people that was, you know, going hard on Jay-Z for doing this NFL partnership thing, you know, because he's supposed to be for the people, for Colin Kaepernick, protesting the NFL, and then he makes this deal. So do you feel like we should hold rappers and music artists?
No.
Nah.
Because before he is for the people, he's a businessman first. He got kids and a wife to take care of.
Yeah.
He's a businessman first. Yeah. So even with me, as much as I would love to tell people all the knowledge I know and eat this and don't do this and this is GMO and this is going to do this to your cells and you can cure this with this, I can't. Because first of all, they're going to shoot the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot me. My bad. And then second of all, y'all aren't going to listen anyways. So it's like, I was like that on that. Like, even around the time Dr. Sebi died, I'm like, bro, this just too much. I just can't take it. I got to tell everything that I know. And they like, bro, well, you got to save your kids, save you. You can't save the world because some people don't want to be saved. Man. So at the end of the day, Jay-Z did that. And it's like, at the end of the day, he's a businessman. You can't uphold him to a certain standards because his job is to be him, not to be him for you.
Real right.
So it's like, rappers are entertainers. They entertain and tell you what they need to say to sell records or whatever the case may be. Yeah. So, no, I don't hold a celebrity. I don't hold a preacher. I don't hold anybody to any standards because with expectations comes disappointment. Yeah. And I don't want to be disappointed in anybody.
Man, I feel you. So, would Mia Eliani do a, like, Super Bowl halftime show?
No.
Nah, why not?
Because I am a businesswoman, but it has its limits. Like, that's just like a slap in the face. Like, okay, you are Uncle Tom now. Like, you going to do the Super Bowl and they're kneeling because they're killing your people for no reason. But you like, I need the bag. So with some people, money is money over everything. It's not money over everything with me.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, like, you still got to have some type of integrity
something to stand on, like
dignity. Yeah, not just be like a scumbag.
And even the industry we in, it's music. Like, the devil is the angel of music. Yeah. That's why all of this.
Oh man. So you like believe in the Illuminati and, you know, like it's some rich white guys that's going to invite you to a top floor
it's
suite.
not what people think. Illuminati isn't. Oh.
Well, what's your take on the Illuminati?
I'm trying to say without saying.
You trying not to like spill some secrets or
something?
Right.
I'm trying to tell myself. Okay, so Illuminati is real, but it's not how people think. Like, they're not in robes drinking baby blood in a circle. Yeah. It's like your rich ass doctor that you've passed in the hallway that looks totally normal could be an Illuminati. Really? It's not all. You know, there's different levels of it. You have to do things. Yeah,
kind of like the Freemason thing and the different levels and tiers and all that.
Different levels. You have all of that. They have. Next question.
Yeah, because like get me caught up. I noticed, like it's weird how, and you know, I don't want to say I'm a conspiracy theorist, but sometimes these coincidences don't really. Yeah, like
planned. Everything about the way the world is was planned years and years ago. Yeah, like period.
And I don't know if you know this, but I noticed, especially like back when I was doing music, I noticed that every time before a music artist is about to pop, they have like a tragic death in their family. Like Kanye West, like right before he blew up, his mama died. You know what I'm saying? Then P. Diddy and his wife.
Sacrificing is very real.
And it was weird because I was watching this clip from the Baby. He was performing at the BET Awards, and he performed this song. He was like, "Yo,
his dad died
right before he blew up." Man, so you think these are coincidences, or you kind of?
Some of them are, because you know you can't just look at celebrities and say, "Oh, your parent or whatever died around this time. You had to sell your soul." Some of that stuff really happened, And I think that bothers them more because they're really like, I'm not in Illuminati. I just lost my people, you know?
Yeah.
But most of them, I would say, they know what they're doing.
Man.
You took an oath to keep it a secret, so yeah, you're going to be in interviews and I just miss them so much.
Yeah.
But really, you know what you did. Everybody know what they signing up for when you get to a certain level in the game.
Yeah,
like,
man.
you know what this come with.
Yeah, that's wild. Have you, well, I don't want you to, you know what I'm saying? Well, nah, let's
What's
keep
the
it straightforward. Have you been approached by these people, by these men in suits? They're like, yo, sign this, you know what I'm saying? You might have a death in your family, but we going to take care of you.
I would say they did not came to me like that. Have I had some brushings with some secret societies to let me know some things and help me along the way? Yes. Did I sacrifice anybody? Obviously not, because I'm still sitting here. But did I have a chance to do some things? Definitely. They don't come to you like, hey, like everybody thinks, but yeah.
Because I think it's like two like big white men in black suits and black shades. Kind of they look like Men in Black, and they're like, yo, follow us.
It could be any, like, even on this level, you fly to Cali, meet somebody at a party, like, hey, we having a party tonight, but it can only be you and another person, and you got to sign it. Like, just little stuff like that. Like, it's the smallest thing. It ain't no, oh, somebody comes to you and this, and this. You finna sell your soul. You finna. Some people get tricked into it because you don't, you know, you're so naive and you just want to get on. So by the time you realize what's going on, you already out of there. You done already sold your soul. Boo-hoo, cry about it now. You know, might as well keep it moving. Some people, it's like they, you know, you in the right, I wouldn't say the right place. You in a place at a certain time and opportunity presents itself. Man, I'm one of those people. I feel like I don't know if heaven and hell is real, but just in case, I'm good.
Right.
Right. I've never done just because I could have been famous a million times. Like, if I told you some of the people that I could have worked with, you'd be like, you lying. Yeah.
Well,
like,
tell me, what are some of the names that you could have worked with? Nah.
No.
You know, keep it under wraps. I feel you. Well, where did you get the name Mia Eliani? That's what I want to know.
Out of thin air.
Really?
Yep. Has nothing to do with nothing. Yep. My real name is Jasmine Rodriguez, and I remember in high school I would always get mixed up with other Jasmines, and it irked my nerves. Like, you feel like it's not your identity because so many Jasmines.
There's a lot of Jasmines.
Right, and they didn't exactly have the best reputation. So I'm like, oh, y'all thoughts, and y'all got all this going on, and now my name thrown in it. So I hated the name Jasmine, and then my last name is Rodriguez, and I hate when people are like, well, who's Mexican? Your mom and your dad. Yeah. Oh, do you speak Spanish? And da-da-da-da-da. What part of Mexico y'all from? Like, I get tired of that. Yeah. So I didn't tell anybody I was mixed with Hispanic. As far as everybody know, I'm just a light-skinned black girl. Yeah. So I was like, I just want to recreate myself into... Mia was actually an alter ego. I always created alter egos my whole life because I had a messed up childhood. Wow. So I was just like... I was Sapphire, Princess, Ashley, whatever. Like, whatever I made up that day. And then when I made Mia Eliani, I was like, that was the person I always wanted to be growing up. Yeah. So I just figured out what I wanted her to look like, what's the characteristics she has that I wish I had, that I lack. And then I ended up popping. And then it just became a thing. Like, everybody knows you as that now.
Like Mia Eliani found you. Huh?
Right. So it's like, it's cool. Because now people, like, that's what they call me. And go somewhere, oh, my God, Mia. Yeah. And it's like, wow, to think you just sat in a room and made up this person. She took on a life of her own, like, literally. Like, when I perform and stuff, I be like, that's not me. Like, when I'm ratchet and turned up, like, that's Mia. Like, Jasmine is very, like, what I am right now. Like, chilling. Yeah.
Jasmine Rodriguez. That's what's up, yo. To Mia Eliani. Right. I dig that. And I'm not going to lie. Whenever I was doing music and doing, like, performances and stuff, like, it got to a point where it was kind of, I don't want to say weird or creepy, but you probably felt it before. Like, when you get on that stage or you get
like
in that
someone
booth.
Else is taking over?
Yeah. Like, you're not you.
I encourage that. Like, I love that. Like, I be like, please don't let me down.
Yeah.
Like, when I seen that whole Beyonce Sasha Fierce thing and people was like, she's the devil. And it's like, I was like, I do that. I don't feel like it's a demon taking over me or nothing like that. I just feel like I pray before I do shows, and I just ask that person takes over, because Jasmine can't be on stage and rap. I can't. Like, that's not me. I'm very timid and shy, and you know, and Mia's like, what's up? Whatever, I'll take your nigga. And, you know?
Queen of DFW.
Right. So it's a lane switch.
Yeah. And I got to ask, because, you know, we were talking how whenever you're from somewhere, it's hard to get love from that place. So you with this title, Queen of DFW, I'm sure that came with some type of flack or some type of pushback.
Of course. It was, how dare you call yourself the queen? how many songs you have on Billboard, who told you could say that, you not from my city, all of that. But at the end of the day, it's like, you can say what you want, but you have to outwork me first.
Yeah.
So in order for you to matter, you have to be bigger than me. And everybody that had something to say was nowhere near my numbers I was putting up, nowhere near my connections, nowhere near my circle. So it's like, you a bum. So why do I care what a bum got to say about me? Like, you know how many bums talk about Beyonce? It's to the point now I'd be like, would Beyonce respond to that? She probably wouldn't. She ain't never responded to nobody direct. She'll make a song and say, bow down, blank. You know what I'm saying? So it teach you how to move different. Because everybody that's going to have something to say is usually behind you. Not in front of you. The people in front of you is focused on them.
I'm glad that you brought that up too, because I seen a lot of people who are trying to reach a certain level, but they're still letting the bums and the haters like kind of bring them down, so to speak. Because you will see like on Beyonce's IG or somebody, Chris Brown's IG, he'll post a video and it'll be like 1 million people just calling him out his name, dissing him and all that. He don't respond to anything, Do you find it hard though? Sometimes you just want to, like, if somebody comments like a diss or like a bad comment on one of your videos, you like, man, let me let this person have it real fast.
I used to, like, especially around the time I went viral, because I had never had a video with that many views.
Yeah.
So I've never, like, even if I had dropped the video, I got a couple thousand, you got a couple people, hundred of people talking about you. All right. But when you go viral, it's literally every day you're waking up, your phone going off. It's millions of people all over the world talking mess about you.
Yeah.
So after I went viral, it made me develop tougher skin.
Yeah.
Like, cause I was commenting to literally every single one.
Like I seen, he's a local artist, and I seen him kind of getting like caught up in that stuff. Man, Go Yayo. You heard of Go Yayo?
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, like I met Go Yayo a couple times. He seems cool, but like on social media, on Instagram, like as soon as he posts something, everybody like, you gay, you wag, you a B, you this and that, and like.
But you gotta realize these are younger rappers. They don't really have, and they're at the stage where I don't want no OG. Ain't no old head gonna tell me what to do, So you gotta let them ride it out. Like they don't have the guidance that niggas had back in the day.
Man, and speaking of guidance, I kind of feel like this person needs a little more guidance. Nicki Minaj. Are you a fan of Nicki Minaj? You rock with her music? I think she's cool. Like,
I have to watch what I say, because I know when you get famous, they go dig up all your interviews. So I'm gonna answer carefully.
All right. You might want to work with her one day, huh?
Right. The thing with that is, I think when it became more so about how she felt instead of the business side is where things went left.
Yeah.
Especially like even with Queen hitting number 1 or number 2, whatever, when she had that whole outburst. We had never seen Nicki like that. But it wasn't that she was never like that. It was the fact that there was no competition to ruffle her feathers like that. So I just feel like it got to a certain point where she felt like, I gave y'all all of me. I gave y'all 10 years, and y'all gonna switch up when a new girl on the scene. And she's so used to being number 1 at everything.
Yeah.
You go from number 1 to...
Heck yeah, that's what I think the real issue was with Nicki Minaj, because she go hard, you know what I'm saying, like rap wise, and she can snap on tracks, but she started getting too emotional, like and
drove fans away, including me. Like after that outburst with the Queen album, I'm good.
Dang, yeah, and like I can see that she was very intimidated by Cardi B specifically, Y'all
both from New York. You came in the game around the time I came in the game.
Yeah.
I'm not in my prime no more. Having to accept that, and then it's like, bro, you came in the game and did in a year what it took me 10 years to do. And not only did you do that, you broke history, but you got a baby and you got married, which was my dream that I talked about my whole 10 years.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From a woman point of view, like, men are logical. Women are so emotional. That's why, thank God, I'm a tomboy, because I'm not like, oh, I don't like him. I'm not her. I'm like, all right, well, you good until you do something to me.
Yeah.
And if you so happen to pass me, all right, cool, whatever. But women are so catty. Like, so everything is about how they feel. They're crybabies.
Yeah.
Like,
and I seen a lot of people talking about, like, man, what Cardi B did to Nicki Minaj, what Nicki Minaj did to Lil Kim or Trina,
Like, when I first started rapping and popping on the scene like that, I was coming at every older rap female in the city. I was saying in interviews, F all y'all old B's. I'm the new bitch on the block. What you gonna do about it? And now I'm 26 and I'm the old B. Yeah. I'm the old head, but I'm still, I'm still pop mine because I can really rap. But it's still like, you got to watch what you say, because that's going to be you. Like
Yeah.
how these younger, man, these old heads, these old rap niggas, and yeah, that's going to be you in a minute. So be humble. Like, that humbled me a lot. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm 26 now.
Yeah.
The girl that I was going at was 26 when I first started.
Word.
I was like 17, 18 when I first got on the scene.
And I was just gonna ask, have you been the target of a diss track?
Definitely. They diss
Word.
me every week. I just don't respond now.
Word.
Right.
Man. And have you shot out any diss tracks?
Definitely.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
If you get too disrespectful, like I've let people drop diss tracks on me for a year or talk mess about me for a year, and then it gets to the point like, all right, I'm nice.
Yeah.
I'm nice on this track, so let me go ahead and drop this, embarrass you, and then I've never had somebody respond to my diss track.
Man.
So after it's dead, I delete it so that you can't use it later when I pop and try to come up off of it, and that's that. So when you see me, make sure you handle yours. Like, if you don't touch me, then good, whatever. But if you decide to, then we're going to turn up. It is what it is. Because I'm not a rapper.
Yeah.
Like, I just rap good.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't do rappers.
That's real. That's real. So yeah, somebody come at you with a diss track, you respond with a diss track, and it's done after that.
Right.
That's
I don't
real.
respond to every diss track. Just if you getting too much attention, you feeling yourself too much, or you too confident,
you kind of like, okay,
I'm gonna shut you down.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, all right, now it's my turn to tell the truth,
Right.
kind of thing. The Drake and Pusha T back and forth, man. Who you think had that one?
Man, Drake is my baby daddy.
Yeah.
So, anybody go against Drake, I'm on Drake's side, okay?
Yeah.
He got mob
So-
ties. He wasn't worried about it. Trust and believe.
Yeah.
He wasn't worried
I
about
feel
it.
you.
But I think Kanye leaked that. As much as he say he didn't, and Drake was his brother, and he didn't tell nobody about the baby, you're the only person in the industry he told about his child.
Yeah.
And you used it as a come up for your, went to your artist.
Yeah.
I feel like that's rap
Some
stuff.
grimy stuff,
Yeah, that's
yo.
rap, though. That's why I don't mess with rappers, because y'all do all that and then be like, my brother.
Yeah.
Like,
Dang,
nah,
man.
he did that. I don't
Heck
care
yeah.
what Kanye
And then
claimed he didn't say.
with the thing, you're on the Dallas music scene, so I kind of wanted to know personally to get some more info on it. When did this whole thing with Mo3 and Illa Beezy start, or do you kind of think that's the city trying to push
I
them
don't want to
against?
answer anything about Mo3.
Yeah. Are you a fan of Illa Beezy?
I wouldn't say a fan per se.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm a fan of anybody like that. Do I like his new song with Chris Brown?
Yo, yeah.
Privacy or whatever it's called. I like that record.
The restroom occupied.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
See, up close. But yeah, I like that record. I wouldn't say I'm just a super fan like that. Like,
Yeah.
Cause you rap, so you done went in studios with these people. You done rub shoulders with these people. It's like,
Oh yeah, and he's not like, you know what I'm saying, like how us regular people see him, like, oh, there's Yella Beezy on TV, you know.
yeah, you like.
He's like just another person in the industry.
Yeah, once you start rapping and you get used to people,
Yeah.
people gonna pass you.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. So if you rap, you like, okay, it's another rapper, so what?
That's real. And, you know, being up at the radio station, I've seen, you know, a lot of like celebrities and public figures come through and everything. And for the most part, it's easy to contain it and all that. But some people have been up here and I almost fanboyed, you know. Was there anybody who you like got to meet that you were almost a fangirl of? Like, hold on.
All the celebrities I met, I felt the same way.
Yeah, you
like,
one of
you
them.
breathe the same air I breathe. Now, let me tell you some people I will. If I see Nicki in person, I'll panic. If I see Drake in person, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Beyonce,
Yeah.
call me a fan, whatever. I'm finna, yeah.
Ask for the autograph, all that.
Nah,
Not.
I wouldn't ask for an autograph. I wouldn't do that, but I would be like, oh my God, it's that blah, blah, blah. Catch me, I'm finna faint. Like, yeah. But I don't think I would ever, I'm a big fan of anybody where I would be like, hey, can we take a picture? Can you sign this? I feel like if it's somebody like people like that, Beyonce, Rihanna, them, I feel like if I grind hard enough, I can be you one day. And you're going to look at me like that. So I use it as a motivation thing, not like a groupie thing.
Yeah. That's real. I kind of feel the same way. Whenever there's big time radio personalities that come through here, I'll be like, oh, I'm one of y'all. Like,
right. I can
who
be
is
there.
that?
Give me a couple years. I'll meet you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's real. So you dropped the 23 project, and then
Fell off the face of the earth.
yeah, and then what came after that?
Nothing.
Nah. So what are you working on right now?
I'm working on singles. So I dropped a music video yesterday.
Yeah.
So it's been a while, like since last year. So that was my first music
Yo.
video since way last year.
Is that the Block Party remix?
Right.
Bruh. That Block Party remix, like, whenever I think I'm following you on Instagram and you dropped a little snippet of it with the YouTube link. I went and watched that, and I even showed a couple people up here. I'm like, yo, Shorty is snapping. Like, were you going at somebody?
Song. That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, I was going at any female rapper in DFW that considers herself the queen. No, you are not. That's mine. I made that up. So that's why it's called Block Party, and in parentheses you see Queen of DFW, because I was supposed to call it Queen of DFW, but you know, so I just kept both. Yeah, definitely. I'm always forever, and I always go at whoever I feel like coming in my lane.
Yeah.
Or you even think you're gonna come in my lane. Like, nah, let me drop something and show you don't rap better than me. You don't look better than me. You'll never be better than me.
Yeah.
So
that's real rap, man.
feel.
So you kind of like the whole package, because there are some people, like, I got a homeboy. He got bars, but his appearance really ain't, like, I feel like, marketable. Like, that's why people ain't picking him up, because he's not really marketable.
Right.
You know?
I just got to the point where I wear makeup and hair and get your nails done. Because you wasn't following me way back then, but when I was on my princess stuff, bro, you could not pay me to wear makeup. My hair gonna be in the bun. I'm gonna be in a sports bra, pajama pants, or a sports bra, and basketball shorts and tennis shoes. Yeah. And that's how I'm rocking. That's how I'm going to shows. That's how I'm going to meet and greets. That's how I'm rocking. If you don't like it, oh well. And I just got to the point where I started learning more about the business. I'm like, I got to be more marketable. Put on some makeup. And ironically enough, when I started wearing makeup, get my hair done, being more girly, more marketable, they fed into it like crazy. The colored hair, all of that.
That's real rap. If you're just now logging on, it's Straightforward with Strip. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell. And follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, YoungStrip702. We're in the studio right now with Mia Eliani, Queen of DFW, taking over the music scene. She's on fire. I watched that video, Block Party, and she was snapping. I even made a list of a couple more songs that I was like, yo, these are dope. So you probably don't remember this song, but Six Figures. You remember doing that song?
Yes.
Bro, why you looking like that? Hey, that song went hard. You was snapping.
Yes, but it was a line in there. That's why I pulled it off of I deleted the video.
Yeah.
The whole Delonte West line.
Yeah. Dang.
LeBron is so strong in the hip hop world, you do not want to piss him off.
Oh man.
So
So
that
you was
one
like,
of those,
yeah, let me.
like, ooh, once I found out who mama it was, I was like,
Dang.
take that down. Take it down now. I need him on my side.
That's
and
wild.
you know, he's cool with Beyonce and Jay-Z, so you got to think. I always think ahead, because all the people I looked up to back then, I'm cool with now. Fat Pimp, all of them. When I was in high school, that's what I looked up to. So now I live my life as if I got to meet you one day, I got to sit in your face, and I got to be real. You know what I'm saying?
Heck
I can't have talked about that and
Man.
then be in your face. You know what I'm saying?
And you kind of taught me something, because on this show, I said quite a few outlandish things about some big name people. You know
never
what I'm
know
saying?
how far God wants to take you.
Yo, and like, especially like with this whole the Amber Geiger situation that just happened in Dallas, a lot of heat was coming against the president of the police association. I don't know if you've seen that, but everybody was calling for him to be fired. And so I joined in on that, you know, with the activists and the protesters went down there like, yeah, fire him, resign. He broke protocol and everything. This dude messaged me on Facebook. Like, the president.
Oh, they're a gang.
The president of the police association reached out to me and was like, yo, you know, you ought to take that down, you know, or unless you want to charge me with something, you better say. I'm like,
I be telling people, if you are not plugged into higher places, don't do it. Because they a whole gang out here. You think we mobby? Nah, them little AKs, no, they ain't got nothing. They $1 billion. They a mob.
They got SWAT suits, everything.
You don't want to play with it.
Man, that's
crazy.
why,
as much as I know, you ain't never seen me in no protest. You ain't never seen me even talk about none of that. Like, they'll shut that down.
Man,
like,
straight up,
you'll be Josh. Sorry, R.I.P., but I'm just saying, like, they have no remorse for none of that. Your kids, your nothing.
Yeah, that's real. And I'm sitting over here like, I don't know if you see me, but I'm like, man, I got this, you know, I don't want to say indigestion, but I just... I ate something early I shouldn't have. But that'll bring me to the next point. You are very health conscious wise, alkaline diet and all that. Are you still doing that? Do you eat meat?
Are
you vegan? What are you?
On and off. I'm not like a committed, like I want to be. I really want to be. But and this is an excuse. Like, real talk, I move around a lot, so it's hard to, okay, let me get my meal prepped meal out the fridge, and it's going to be fresh for the whole 8, 9, 10 hours that I'm out, and I'm going to remember to eat on time, so nah. But if I feel like, man, I can't think right, I can't focus, I'm not performing at my max, then I shut everything down, and I fast. Sometimes I don't eat nothing. Like,
Really?
I'm trying to do a 6-week fast, but I keep breaking it. So it's like Dr. Sebi said, it's something about that 6 week, that 30 days, 30 nights, 40 nights, whatever. I want to see it.
And what exactly like is the fast? Because I seen some article. It was like some
different
pastor tried to
ones.
fast and he ended up dying. So like,
he's an idiot.
yeah.
Sorry.
How do you how do you know like if it's the healthy way or if you're just starving yourself about to die?
You can't starve yourself. Even Dr. Sebi, I'm big on all of his teachings. Like, I've known about him a long, long time. That goes back to that Illuminati stuff we was talking about. I got a lot of information. Even that information was from some people like that. But he says sea moss gives you all the nutrients you need, so you're able to literally live off of making that one drink.
Yeah.
Or 2 drinks a day, and then the rest you just fast. Basically, your body drains, your cells repair themselves. So say I broke my arm when I was a kid.
Yeah.
If I fast long enough, my arm is going to start hurting and repairing itself like deep from within the cells. It's crazy.
Dang.
Yeah.
Really?
So,
So like Dr. Sebi, you know, from your inside sources, he really was onto something.
Oh, legit. Why do you think what man cures HIV, AIDS, cancer, and dies from pneumonia?
Man, so yeah, that's definitely. I've always thought that was sketchy.
Exactly.
And then with the Nipsey Hussle thing, so with Nipsey Hussle, you know, me being from the West Side, I've been big on Nipsey Hussle for like, you know,
Nipsey.
13, 14 years,
I didn't
man.
get to meet him.
Man, whenever that came about, you know, that was another black man who was affiliated with gangs, so they try to make it sound like, oh, it was gang related or whatever. What's your personal take on this, man? You think they got my boy?
Both. You're too good for the world, so I had to take him out. Basically, he has something about him, an aura about him that you can't teach in school. You can't put your finger on it. You just know it's something about you that's so godlike.
Like he was like magic. Like he had this energy, yo.
But
like,
if you listen to his mom, they're all like that. Like that's how he was raised, you know. But I think with that, it was not only are you trying to bring health consciousness to the world, which you're not allowed to do because of the pharmaceutical company and all that. That's tied into the police departments and all that. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So not just that, you're buying your own block and teaching other black kids how to buy their own block. That's a problem.
Heck yeah.
You can't do that.
And you know, especially with the police out there, they hate black people. So if you see somebody taking away the police's reason to kill and arrest black people, they like, nah, hold on, man, you causing too much peace.
And right before he died, he was supposed to meet with the department, the police department, and they all in the media like, oh, that's so sad, he was a good man. And then the footage leaks of y'all talking about his mom, saying she looks like a man at the funeral.
Yeah.
So it's
that was cold-blooded. I even seen a lot of people.
Matrix for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of this is real. This is all energy. If you break all this down, this is all energy.
Man, I was talking with somebody the other day. It was this woman. She says she's all into metaphysics and how, like, you know, there's really no heaven or hell. And even in the Bible, it says, like, you are God's, you know, like God is in you and everything.
That.
Yeah.
I don't know about the heaven hell part. Like I told you earlier, I don't know. So I'm being on the safe
just
side.
in case.
So I figure out. But I do feel like we are godlike. We have godlike talents, godlike, like, bro, you can move things with your mind. You can control your body temperature with your mind.
Like the monks over there that be starting fires with their hands and all that.
They could pick, like, bro, I've studied the craziest stuff.
Yeah. Like, I see you got the Eye of Horus tattoo on you. How long have you had that? And what inspired you to get that piece?
1 or 2 years. Just being more enlightened. And it's a sign of power, health, knowledge.
Yeah.
All the things that I strive to keep digging into forever.
Yeah. That's real rap. Man, there was a couple other tracks on that project, but you say you scrapped it, so I don't know if I want to like bring it up or talk about it. But
I think it's still online.
Okay,
but I just didn't push it. I didn't put a budget behind it.
Man, well, you should push it. You got some bangers on there, man. One of them
and every new song is my favorite song, so it's cool.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, this song is probably an old one, but I liked it. Whatever you need. That song. Did you have a boyfriend when you made that song?
I think I was trying to piss an ex-boyfriend off.
Yeah.
And I was gonna do the video with my new boyfriend.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, that was just being petty.
Yeah.
That was just petty.
Man, that's what's up. Well, wherever you're deriving these lyrics and these bars from, it's working. You know what I'm saying? Because there was another track that I heard that went hard, and it kind of showed, you know, different sides of you, and it kind of shows like not just style-wise or delivery-wise, but you can talk about other things other than like money, drugs, and this and that. It was Skeletons. You were going through something when you was writing Skeletons.
Right. I think, honestly, like real talk, I think around that time, I did not want to live anymore.
Yeah.
And this was like 2 years ago. It wasn't even that long ago. So I'm popping. Everybody thinks everything's good.
Yeah.
And I was going through it like, I do not want to be here.
Yeah. Cause it gave me them Slim Shady cleaning out my closet vibes. Like you was telling people that, you know what I'm saying, you was going through something. You was feeling a certain type of way, yo.
And I felt like the way Dallas is, it's so small. Everybody knows everybody. And what people will do is try to dig into your past and throw it out there. So I was like, if I talk about the things that's the most embarrassing to me, nobody can. You don't have power over me if I do it myself.
Yeah, so you're like rabbit out of 8 Mile, huh?
Right.
Yeah,
so
throw it all out
that's
there.
another reason I did it, because it's like, well, when you get famous, they're gonna know everything about you anyways. So you might as well say the worst things you've ever done, ever thought, put it on a fire record. Yeah,
man, that's real rap. And I'm glad that you kind of, you know what I'm saying, brought this point up. Like you saying you were going through something depression-wise, because I saw the Joker movie the other day, you know.
I ain't finished this, so don't tell me nothing about the
movie. For sure. Well, a lot of people, you know, were saying things about mental health awareness. Nah, it didn't trigger anything, which is weird, too, because I seen, like, some movie theaters.
People saying that.
Yeah.
They're walking out.
Like, and it makes people want to shoot places up and everything. I'm like, nah, but it did kind of put into perspective, like, this is more serious than we think, and it kind of seems like it's getting worse. Like, there's a lot of people going throughout the world not thinking about what the next person is going through. You know, so I kind of feel like, what do you think, like, us as a people, where do you think we need to get back to? Because I always hear people like, oh, man, it wasn't like this back in the day.
And 90% of the population is programmed. There's nothing you can do about that. As long as they eat the food, fast food places, as long as they watch TV, as long as they listen to the radio, and who's going to stop all of that?
Yo, that's real rap. I even talked to somebody, and they made me think and realize that, like, maybe that's why this whole murder spike happened in Dallas and why all this violence is growing in urban communities and in the hood, because we're eating like our diet is trash. Our resources are trash. So everything, all this negativity is just festering in us, and then we start snapping on each other. Man.
And I believe that even in the more, you know, less money, whatever you want to call it, I'm trying to find a good way to say it, the broke people, where they stay, I believe that they ride over and put waves in the air and stuff like that to cause confusion and make people angry. I believe in all of that.
Oh, man. So you kind of got a little conspiracy theorist in you, too.
I don't think it's conspiracy. I mean, some people call it conspiracy because they don't want to accept that that's what the world came to.
But really, like, that's just what it is.
That's what it is. It's not conspiracy. It is what it is.
That's real rad, man. This Straightforward with Strip. We're in the studio right now with Mia Eliani, Queen of DVW. Check her out on YouTube. Where else can we find you?
Instagram at Mia Eliani, MiaEliani.
Yeah, that's real rap. That's real rap, yo. We're over here talking about everything, the Amber Geiger trial, you know what I'm saying? We talking about Dr. Sebi, you know. I wanted to know, what is one fact or maybe one secret about you that people wouldn't expect? Like, do you have a weird attraction to something? Do you have a strange addiction to something? Do you, like, go to sleep at night with one sock on, one sock off? Like, what's different about you? What's funny?
I would say the biggest secret is that I'm very knowledgeable. A lot of people don't know that.
Heck yeah,
That's probably the biggest secret, is my secrets, my knowledge secrets.
Okay,
but,
right.
Then that, I mean, you know what? I have a weird habit of eating ice all the time, but I think that's every girl, every crazy girl.
Yeah, my mama used to eat ice, like a bag of chips.
Like,
What is it for, though?
I don't know. I just like the texture.
The crunch.
Yeah.
Dang.
And it got to be a certain type of ice, like Sonic, or I got to make it at home. That's for
you like that baby Sonic ice, huh? That tender ice.
Thanks.
That's real rap.
Yeah, I think other than that and the weird knowledge stuff I be on, that's about it.
Yeah, I feel you. So you dropped the Black Party remix video. What's next after this?
I'm dropping the visual to RoboCop on October the 30th.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's the single. That was just a remix. Have you ever heard of Sada Baby?
Nah, I haven't heard.
He's from Detroit. Check him out. He's amazing. That's my other baby daddy.
Yeah.
So Block Party is actually his song. I just seen this dude that was rapping like a gangster, but he was dancing, and I was like, "Them two don't go together." But he's fire. You gotta check him out. So that's where Block Party came from. I've been holding on to that record for like a year now.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what? It was a throwaway song. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just drop this, and they mess with it.
And so these are like bars you had in the chamber. This ain't
right.
Even
that
some
was like I'm high and I'm sitting there for 5 minutes and I'm just writing.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it doesn't take me long to write music.
That's real. So, without the fear of flying on a plane and, traveling or whatever on a plane, where would you want to do a show at, if anywhere in the world?
LA, of course.
Yeah?
Oh, you know what? BET Awards.
Yeah?
Definitely.
Okay. Why the BET Awards?
That was my dream as a kid.
Yeah.
I always wanted, I was like, I even haven't been watching the BET Awards because I said I don't want to watch it till I'm on stage.
Word?
So I don't watch the BET Awards.
Yo,
until
that's
I
real.
can be
You
on
just
it.
gonna sit and manifest it until then,
Facts.
huh? I dig that. That's wild that you said that because I kind of had my own little full circle experience a couple weeks ago. Like growing up, I lived with my grandma for a little bit, and all day, every day, she had it on Heaven 97.
Oh, yours too?
KHVN. Yo,
Oh
like
my God.
KHVN.
Heaven 97,
Yo.
KHVN.
Yeah.
I already know my granny. Oh my
And
goodness.
to like wake up hearing KHVN, going to sleep listening to KHVN. She picked me up from school listening to Heaven 97. And then a couple weeks ago, I was invited to KHVN to like talk.
Really?
Yeah, so I was a
That's
guest on
crazy.
Heaven 97.
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
God.
So,
I grew up listening to them. That's why.
bruh.
Oh my goodness.
Heck yeah, man.
They don't want me up there.
Yeah, Heaven 97.
But,
So I believe, I can see you at the BET Awards soon.
Yeah, you gotta
know?
manifest. Like I said, none of this is real. That's why it's so easy to manifest stuff. Once you start seeing stuff for what it is, it comes to you faster.
Yeah, that's real
Facts.
rap. Megan Thee Stallion.
Love her.
Yeah.
Would love to do a lot of things to her.
Okay, that's what's up. I thought she was gonna say I want to work with her, but nah.
Well, that too.
Yeah, yeah.
After.
You want to work on her,
Right.
Yeah.
After I work on her, I would love to work with her.
Yeah, I dig it. And you say you don't really watch TV, you know what I'm saying, anything like
Not
that.
really.
So, are you a fan of music? Do you listen to a lot of like music, a lot of different artists and all that? Nah.
Nah, not really.
Man. So, if you were to like get in your car, turn on some music, who would you be listening to?
Sada, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look him
Gangsta
up
music.
because even how you say his
Hey.
name, like, man, if y'all could see her face, I wish somebody said
Lit
my
up,
name,
right?
like how she's saying his name, for real.
And his producer started following me on Instagram, so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm manifesting my baby daddy. This is great.
Yo.
Yeah, I listen to him. I like gangster music. Like, I'm from Grand Prairie, so that's, you just want to be whatever the opposite you came from, I
Yeah.
guess. So I love gangster music. I love get money music, like Yo Gotti and Gucci and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I don't listen to who people think I would listen to. Like, oh, you listen to City Girls, or you no, I don't.
Dang, that's kind of rude. They would just assume you listen to City Girls.
Yeah, I mean, because when you a female rapper, they're like, oh, what you be rapping about? You be rapping
Yeah.
about what? Taking girls' men's and lip gloss and,
Yeah.
like, nah.
Nah,
I
yeah. Yeah, well, the videos I seen and the songs I heard, you rapping like, yeah, you got a message to say. You got a point to get across. And I can dig that. That's something else that, like, really made you stand out to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's probably a million women in the DFW area rapping right now,
Right.
but, like, you were different. And I'm like, okay, like, she not just putting bars together, but you sending a message. You kind of putting your emotions into it.
Right.
Some of them songs, I can just, like, imagine you in the studio, like, sweating and going hard, barking and all that, like.
I don't be doing all that. I have this weird thing I do when I rap where I go like this with my hands.
Yeah.
My engineer is always laughing at me. But other than that, nah, I don't be in there sweating, nothing like that. I really be playing too much. That's all.
Word.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like stars are born, not made. So when you see an artist come out and they don't have that it factor about them, it's because somebody put money behind them and made them. They weren't born that way.
Yeah.
I feel like
you.
I was born that way.
I dig it. And you don't got to name drop if you want to, but do you kind of feel like there are people at the BET Awards or on the radio right now that you kind of like, man, they corny. They must have just had a whole bunch of money behind them because it ain't their talent that's making them famous.
90% of them. 90% of everybody in the industry is made up.
Yeah.
Lil Pump, what's his homeboy name? Sky God, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
All the new rappers, I'm good.
Yo.
I like substance. I like lyricism. I like hip hop. Like they making songs saying the same thing a million times and they're letting them call it hip hop. I feel like that's very disrespectful. That's why when they say, "Oh, you rap," that's why they laughing now. It's funny. It's a joke. It's a come up. It's not an art anymore.
Yeah.
So
Heck yeah. And I kind of feel like, a lot of people are like, man, I'm selling drugs and I don't want to get a real job or go back to school. Let me start rapping. Because it seems like...
But you could easily take that drug money and buy a franchise. You could easily take that drug money and that's what I'm saying. They ain't got no guidance. They retarded.
Straight up, yo.
Our generation is so retarded. Man. And that's why I ain't got no friends, no associates, no nothing.
Nah. Well, you said, you're a fan of hip-hop and you like real music. Mm-hmm. What, like, artists, that you kind of take influence from or aspire that may be considered old school? Like me, I'm always listening to Tupac. His music will never get old, ever.
I love Tupac because he rapping like you could drop his music right now and you wouldn't even know that he died that long ago. Yeah, it sound like everything. Shoot a nigga, he a hero, all of that. Like Brenda's got a baby, just all of that is going on right now.
Just timeless
at a higher
music.
Rate.
Heck yeah,
right. So love Tupac. Who else? I used to listen to Roxanne.
Yeah.
You know what that is? Because you look confused.
Bruh, like...
Roxanne is arguably the first female rapper ever.
Really?
It was people before her, but she was the first female rapper to blow up.
Man, where's she from?
New York.
Roxanne.
Yeah, I believe she's from New York. Yeah.
Dang, because I heard of, like, what's her name? Gangsta Boo. Mm-hmm. Like, I heard of Gangsta Boo, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of feel like I was born in 89, so I feel like as far as, like, women rappers, around that time, it was Trina. You know what I'm saying? And then I've never really been a fan of, like, women rappers because they talk about stuff I can't relate to.
I don't like female rappers. And I say that in every interview, and they're like, how dare you say that? And it's like, but they don't be talking about nothing. Yeah. Or you don't be talking about nothing I care about. Like, I don't cry over niggas. Yeah. So you making this song about crying in the window and he done slept with 3 people, I don't understand. Yeah. Or you making a song about your baby daddy, I don't understand.
Ah, man.
Like, so I feel like I resonate more with men. So that's why I know what to say, what to wear, how to move to make my brain go. Because I feel like deep down in here, I'm a nigga somewhere. Yeah. So, for real, like, I literally chill with homeboys. They're like, man, I swear I be forgetting you a girl sometimes, bro. You so cool. And I mean, that's how I feel. I don't even chill with females because I don't understand. They're like unstable creatures.
Man, yeah. Hey, and I didn't say it this time. You feel me?
I said it.
On Straightforward with Strip. We in the studio right now with Mia Eliani. Yo. Check out that video, Block Party. Search it on YouTube and Instagram. Mia Eliani. Straightforward with Strip. Hey, and I want to give a shout out to Chris Howe. What's going on, Chris Howe? We got Jasmine Austin tapping in on Facebook Live. The homie Ian Knight was popping. Didi Ingram, what's going on? Shout out to the family in Las Vegas showing love right now. We got Antoine and the Newell family. What's going on, Juice? Shout out to the homeboy Nice Major. Hey, you heard of Nice Major?
I have not.
Nah, man.
Where he from?
I want to say Fort Worth. And he's pretty dope because he's one of these rappers kind of like you, like he's not doing a lot of features. He's not really rapping with a lot of people, but a lot of
potent. He booming.
Yeah. And what's crazy is like not only is he just like putting out music, but he is actually taking his money, investing. He opened up his own studio. Now he's about to open up his own barbershop out there in Fort Worth. Yeah,
he gonna pop because he's serious.
Heck yeah.
Shout out to him. What's his name?
Nice Major.
Shout out to Nice Major.
Yeah. Heck yeah. So, Mia Eliani, I want to know, why does it seem like an artist has to die to get respect and recognition?
It's just like God. People only call God when they need him. And it's like, it's the same thing with artists. They don't appreciate it while you're there. They only appreciate you when they feel like, oh, they need you or... Yeah. You know, and most of the time when somebody passed away, they don't even really care. They just want to say, "Oh, I texted him 2 weeks ago. This is crazy."
Like
they
for
just
that clout.
It's
death clout.
Right.
That's kind
of
weird.
That's why somebody dies. That's why I went on this whole rant when C Struggs died. Now me and C Struggs wasn't like this, but we was cool, and I'm very cool with his people. So when he died, and I started seeing all these people pop up at the woodworks with, "Oh, he texted me the other day." I mean, I just talked to him last year, and I was like, "Bro, this is what y'all not gonna do." Like, I hate that fake love that you get after you die. Like, bro, y'all was not doing that while he was here.
Heck yeah. I kind of feel that same way. And I even went on, like, a social media rant about the Nipsey Hussle thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I seen, like, Dallas, Houston, somewhere in New Jersey. Like, they were holding, like, vigils for this man. And I'm like,
But you didn't buy his album.
Yeah. Like, if he was popping how he was after he died, before he died, he'd have been on the scene. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's what I'm saying. They show you love when it's convenient. It was convenient to say R.I.P. Hustle because that's what everybody's talking about.
Yeah.
So, but even me, like, I didn't show him no fake love. Like, I didn't listen to his music like that. I listened to a couple songs over and over again. I didn't know his whole music catalog, and I watched his interviews because I loved the way he thought.
Yeah.
But so he didn't die, and I was like, man, I used to always listen to his music. I was like, bro, I didn't really know a lot of his music, but I watched his interviews. He was a good dude.
Yeah.
He was always talking about business and how to get ahead. So it's
yeah.
It's always gonna be fake love though. Ain't nothing you can do about that.
Straight up. Have you feel like you've gotten that already?
Definitely.
Like, there's people from school like, oh yeah, you remember me, Mia?
Definitely. See, and I was ugly and lame in school, so that's how I know you really capping. Like, you really capping.
Yo, that's real.
Like, and they call me by my rap name when they see me, and I'm like,
what? Yeah.
Are you kidding me right now? But every year I have this thing where for some reason everything goes haywire in the what do you call it, behind the scenes. So I'll be popping, you getting crazy show money, crazy feature money, and then something goes on behind the scenes, and I just say, F all of this. And then I'll leave. So while I'm not rapping, nobody's checking for me. Nobody checking on me. Nobody nothing. So even like this whole time I've been going, I just dropped the video yesterday. Yeah. You think anybody was calling me? No way. Do you think that when I dropped that video yesterday, everybody hit my line and realized that my number changed? Of course. Every year I go through this. So I know that fake love is for real.
Yeah, that's real rap, man. And do you do music full time? Or do you, so like this is your job.
But yeah, this is what I do.
Man, that's what's up, yo. I dig it. And for, the artists listening right now who kind of feels like, yo, I'm kind of iffy on putting my all into this and making this my full time. What is something like you can tell them to kind of keep them on the right path?
Watch who you have around you. Be consistent no matter what happens. And sometimes that's hard when you gambling with real life and you got kids, stuff like that. Don't change for nobody. And invest in yourself. That's it.
Man, that's real rap, yo. Straightforward with Strip every Thursday at 3 p.m. We definitely got to do this again, yo, because I know you're going to have some more music coming out and all that. You said you're dropping another video to another project?
October 3rd.
Yeah, what's the name of it?
October the 30th, my bad.
Yeah,
it's called RoboCop.
RoboCop. Nice,
I think she sent it to you.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, so that's the new visual that I'm dropping.
Word? Okay, that's what's up. Well, she said that I had it, so that kind of lets me know I got permission to play it. So we going to go ahead and play. Here goes Mia Eliani, RoboCop. You heard it right here on Straightforward with Strip. Fishbowl Radio Network, FBRN.US.
Y'all just talking about y'all the queen of DFW. Where the f*** are your cosigns? Where the f*** is your cosigns? Tool on my waist, RoboCop, we finna spin the block. He just wanna cause I'm hot, make him give me top. Send a slug, I send 100 shots, make your body drop. Folks with Diddy from the city, doing a Diddy pot. If I beat her, if we go to jail, I'ma make the bail. My plug know that I ain't taking trips, send it in the mail. First I do it, then I tell him, this is show and tell. If we gon' pass your bitch around like a carousel. No, I don't do my smoking Marley, I ain't talking shotters, give me that. I might pay for your college if you do it proper. All I do is run trees and smoke like I'm a ring. Crossing my shit or look like she just caught a flight from Guatemala. Lottie daddy, your kind of party. Did I hit her? Probably on my body. If I let you you better not tell nobody. I got money, you can probably get it if you twerk like Cardi. New Ferrari, positions my daughters like I went to Mari. I need the racks, I need the cash. I drop a verse and get that on your ass. Any rap, hop in my lane, I cut your brakes and make sure you crash. Don't hit it slow, I like it fast. I'm the queen, you in the back. How come these musicians back and fake beef? If you really want smoke, then you know where I'm at. Tool on my waist, RoboCop, we finna spin the block. He just wanna cause I'm hot, make him give me top. Send a slug, I send 100 shots, make your body drop. Folks with Diddy from the city, doing a Diddy pot. If I beat her, if we go to jail, I'ma make the bail. My plug know that I ain't taking trips, send it in the mail. First I do it, then I tell him, this is show and tell. We gon' pass your around like a carousel. Tool on my waist, RoboCop, we finna spin the block. He just wanna cause I'm hot, make him give me top. Send a slug, I send 100 shots, make your body drop. Folks with Diddy from the city, doing a Diddy pot. If I beat her, if we go to jail, I'ma make the bail. My plug know that I ain't taking trips, send it in the mail. First I do it, then I tell him, this is show and tell. We gon' pass your around like a carousel.
Oh, man, it's because you snapping, you know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. That was RoboCop by Mia Eliani. She's live in the studio right now with us on Straightforward with Strip every Thursday at 3 p.m. in the Red Stream. That's fbrn.us. Click on the Red Stream or find me on Facebook, Instagram, and I'm trying to get on Twitter now, YoungStrip702. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell and share the video if you're watching it right now. But yeah, yo, we were just talking over the break and you were saying like, yeah, whenever I get to this level, I'm gonna holler at you. But I kind of feel like you are there, like you getting there, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of see like there shouldn't be any doubt in your mind on you know, pushing Drake numbers or J. Cole numbers because.
Oh no, I don't.
What?
I'm very confident in myself.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like I told you, I pop every year. I do this every year and then quit.
Yeah.
So I already know. I know how big I was.
Yeah.
So
Man.
that's what I'm saying.
Heck
I was
yeah.
way
And it's like
bigger.
the game is just waiting for you to, you know what I'm saying?
Right. They need that.
Put your
we
stamp
don't have
on
no
it.
bomb female rappers that's actually talking about something, actually have a story.
Yeah.
We don't.
Heck yeah. And if you're listening right now, that was RoboCop by Mia Eliani. Bar after bar, you was eating. You know what I'm saying? Were you mad when you was recording that or writing it?
I just have an aggressive delivery.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. And that's cool, though, because that's one of the things that stood out to me. It sounded like everything you were rapping about, you meant it and you stand by it. That's kind of one of the reasons, you know, I hope we still friends after this, but that's the reason I can't really rock with Drake because some of his stuff, I just can feel that's not him. Yeah. And not just like he didn't write it, because I know there's a lot of people who he probably don't even have a chance to write because he doing this show, this interview, this and that, but you can hear it, you know, and even not just Drake, but other artists and even, you know, local artists. I can tell that that's not what their life is about. You know, they're not really about that.
Well, you also have to realize that they're entertainers. They're not here to be real with you. They're here to entertain you.
Yeah.
So you
That's
gotta think
real
about
rap.
that when you listen to people.
Yeah.
I'm just one of those people that I can't go to sleep at night if I feel like I said in my rap, I got an AK and I'll shoot you, and I wouldn't really do that.
Yeah.
You know, that's a
Straight
problem
up.
for me.
And kind of like how Tupac used to say in a lot of interviews how your words can manifest some things. Like before, when he was living in New York, he was, you know, acting and doing this and that. But when he went to LA, when he went to Cali, he started rapping about thug stuff and gangbanging and all that. And he said,
get put in situations,
Yeah.
places, and things like that where you have to do that.
yeah, like he
Right.
started rapping about people shooting at him, and then he got shot. And then he started rapping about, you know, somebody trying to kill him, and then, you know, he got
I'll never
got.
do a music video or a song talking about me dying. I'll never do a
Yo.
music video with me in a casket.
I've seen videos like
Everybody
that.
that's done that is gonna die.
Man, I can't
Okay.
do that. Even like movies and stuff, because there's a lot of people like independent film writers and things like that, and they always making it to where like somebody gotta die, and I'm like, I'm not doing that, yo.
You'll never
Yeah.
see me do nothing like that. I'm big on manifestation and energy.
Yeah, that's real. What kind of got you into the manifestation and energies and?
Nobody got me into it. I was just always like, even as a kid, like that's how
Yeah.
it was. I didn't know what it was called yet, but I used to have vision boards. I remember one time, like, we were really poor growing up, and this how poor we was. I wanted a white V-neck. It was a big deal to me. That's how poor we were. Yes, and I was like, man, I want a white V-neck. I think I was in middle school, something like that.
Yeah.
And I was at church one day. Every time I would go to sleep, I would picture me walking in the store, picture me taking it home, wearing
Yeah.
it. Every night, same thing. I go to church on Sunday. The deacon hands me a wad of money.
Yeah.
And I say, I want to go to the store. I walk right in the store. The same white V-neck is right there. And I bought that shirt.
Dang.
And then I just started doing that. Whatever I want, I make sure I feel like if I want a Maserati, I'll go to a car place and ask, how much is this Maserati? Can I sit in it? Can I feel it? Like, yeah, that's real. Like my favorite
Kind of put
car,
those vibrations into your
right,
circle,
you gotta
so it
feel
start.
it.
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, my favorite car was a Benz. And then I remember when I would see a Benz, I would ask, like, can I sit in it? Can I touch the wheel? And I remember
Yeah.
I would just trace the emblem on the wheel, and then I bought a Benz. So my dream car when I was a kid is outside right now.
Wow.
So now I
yeah.
want a Bentley. So I'm doing the same thing. Trying to
Dang,
manifest the
that's
Bentley.
why. And that kind of make me feel like, man, my dream car was an Impala. You know what I'm saying? And I got
And
the
now you got
Impala,
an
so
Impala. And-
yeah,
and
I'm
once
cool
you
now.
get it feels like that wasn't that bad. That wasn't that hard, right?
Yeah, and it was kind of like, man, I could have did this a long time
Right.
ago. Just manifested a little earlier.
But you got to feel that way with everything.
Yeah.
Everything is that easy to get, like just like that.
Man, that's real rap, yo. Mia Eliani, I appreciate you coming to the studio, chopping it up with your boy.
Thank you for having me.
Heck yeah, man. So we can look out for that RoboCop.
Yep.
It's on YouTube, or
It's
you haven't dropped the
dropping
video
October
yet?
30th. I haven't dropped the video
Yeah.
yet, but go run up that block party.
Ooh, Block Party remix.
Block party remix.
Yeah.
Shout out Sada, baby.
I dig it. And
Yeah.
can we still find that 23 album?
I think so.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes, it's still online. I won't delete it for you guys, but
Yeah.
yes, it's still on there.
I'll tell you, she acting all modest and all that, but she was snapping on that album. I'm looking forward to more projects coming from you, Miss Mia Eliani. Like I said, it's Straightforward Strip every Thursday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time on Fishbowl Radio Network. That's FBRN.US in the red stream. I want to give a huge shout out again to my guest, Miss Mia Eliani.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It was fun.
No doubt, no doubt. Now we're going to go ahead and take some pictures, record a couple drops, do the radio stuff. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, get it out there. It's your boy, Young Strip, Mr. Las Vegas. Holla at your boy.
Thanks to Las Vegas.
Hey, what's up? It's Young Strip. Catch my show, Straightforward with Strip, every Thursday, 3 p.m. Central in the red stream. On my show, we're gonna keep it 1000 with all the latest topics and play all the hottest music. Log on every Thursday, 3 p.m. Central in the red stream. Fishbowl Radio Network, FBRN.US.
Whoa, yeah.